A Sioux City 5-year-old is battling 2 rare diseases. One of them so rare, less than 200 children have been diagnosed with it.
KTIV's Katie Koppel introduces us to Cindy Sue.
Meet Cindy Sue.
I guess I'm going to be late.
Yes, you're late for school.
She's a happy 5-year-old who loves when her mom, Audrea Jacobson, does her hair.
She's very happy, but she's also, a sick little girl.
Cindy has ROHAD. It is a rare, life-threatening disorder that affects the autonomic nervous and endocrine systems and causes rapid onset obesity in young children.
Cindy can't process things the way that other people can. Her body just is not able to do it.
As a baby, Cindy was healthy, but at 18 months old, her parents noticed a change and they began searching for answers.
The parent knows their child. There was something wrong with her, we knew.
At 3, doctors discovered she had a tumor on her spine. Then, Cindy began rapidly gaining weight.
Once she gained nearly 50 pounds, that's when the doctor finally referred her out.
Doctors here couldn't give her parents answers and wanted them to wait months for an appointment to remove her tumor.
They just left her hanging for a long time, and so I'm calling all over the U.S. looking for a doctor that will take her.
They ended up at the Mayo Clinic. It took some time, but they finally got answers for Cindy.
But we found out she was much sicker than we had originally anticipated.
Alongside ROHAD, she also has PCSK1, a rare inherited disorder that affects metabolism and appetite.
She went from 28 pounds to like 50-something in like 2 months.
One of the symptoms of these 2 diseases is trouble breathing. Because of this, Cindy has to use a BiPAP machine.
Her body can't exhale the CO2, and so she kind of her body poisons itself.
Because ROHAD and PCSK1 are rare, Cindy's future is unknown.
I mean, it's terminal, so we don't know. Yeah. All we could do is pray.
It's just really tough. Although Cindy's really happy, it just really hurts to see her go through all of this.
Her parents say the one lesson they hope others take from Sherry's Cindy's story is this.
So if you know that there's something wrong with your child, don't give up on advocating for them, because it took us a really long time to get to where we're at.
In Sioux City.
And she's so tough.
Katie Koppel.
She's tough.
KTIV News 4.
The Jacobsons recently made the drive to Boston to visit Boston's Children's Hospital to see a specialist, and they will need a return. Every month, they also travel to the Mayo Clinic for Cindy's treatments. They've set up a GoFundMe account to help them cover some of Cindy's mounting medical expenses. If you'd like to help, we have a link to the account at ktiv.com.